Greetings from New York City. I'm Phil and we're running the bridges. It's a video series where we visit all the bridges in New York City that you can run across. The big, the small, the old, the new, the world famous icons, and the ones you've never even heard of. And today we have a special for you, 3 bridges for the price of 1. Actually, kind of 5, but really just 3 bridges for the price of 1. We are back in the Bronx, back on the Bronx River. And we've got 3 bridges that cross the Bronx River, 2 of which are on Bronx Boulevard and 1 on East Gun Hill Road. So the East Gun Hill Road Bridge and these are all in very close proximity to each other, which is why I'm doing them all in one video. And so each bridge has its own unique quality though, and these are all constructed at the time that the original Bronx River Parkway was built from 1918 to 1920. And so where we're going to start right here, this is the southernmost of the 3 bridges, and this is sometimes called the Duncomb Bridge, or these bridges here are sometimes called Duncomb Bridges because we are, this street behind me, that's Duncomb Avenue. This is the small, like, angled street. Magenta Street is the nearest cross street to the south. But we're going to take a look. So this is, again, we're on Bronx Boulevard, and you see the street is divided into 2 pathways, roadways, one northbound, one southbound. This was the original Bronx River Parkway. Right off to the side, you see the modern Bronx River Parkway. That was built like in the 50s, in the early 50s. Before that, this was the parkway. And I can even show you a little bit down south. We're not going to really be venturing down there. But see, now the street merges into one, and this will become Bronx Park East. We'll change name. But the original parkway kind of went down that way, like on the sidewalk now. It's pedestrian and cyclists only. And you get down there about, quarter mile, half a mile, and you'll see a plaque marking it as the original southern terminus of the Bronx River Parkway. All right, so that's pretty cool, and that's pretty historic here. So this bridge is actually a pair of twin bridges, and you see we have a stairway down there, and there's a pathway. So we're gonna go down there and take a look because this is pretty neat. All right. And right now it's a little muddy, but you can see there's the bridge to the west, and there's the bridge to the east, and it's got this pathway underneath it. And so that's pretty cool. And then to the west of that is the 3rd bridge, which carries the modern Bronx River Parkway. So these 2 bridges are really, I'm just calling them one bridge because give him was one bridge. But these 3 combined are sometimes called Duncomb Bridges. And this pathway does continue on to the west, and then it turns south, and it will go through the woods of Bronx Park. This is all part of Bronx Park, and it's part of the Bronx River Greenway as well. But this pathway goes down into the woods and will eventually meet up to the Burke Bridge, which I've done in a previous video. So it's about a half a mile through the woods on a march trail there. And we're just going to keep going this way, though, real quick, under the bridge. All right. So those are the 3 bridges. I think it's pretty cool. And you can see the Bronx River goes down to the south there, and this pathway continues up to Duncomb Avenue. And I'm going to pause it for right there because just out of sight down the river there is the East Gun Hill Road Bridge. So I'm just going to pause it there, and we'll meet up again at East Gun Hill Road Bridge. Okay, so we are on East Gun Hill Road. This is Gun Hill Road right next to me, and we are at Olinville Avenue. This North-South Street, Olinville Avenue. Duncomb Avenue just veers off to the right there, and we were just down off where we were, is right down there. So this is East Gun Hill Road. I'll show you a little bit just from the side. You can see there's a river down there and the bridge. Yeah, you can see the bridge opening there a little bit. And so we're gonna go across. Okay. And so, but this bridge has some engravings here. BRPR, Bronx River Parkway, MCM XVII, of course, 1918. Across the street, the engraving says Gun Hill Road. So you'll see Gun Hill Road. A little extra decoration for good measure. Okay. So this, right now, we are going like over the, no, actually that first section. We're already like well over the river. So now it's over the park area of it. But the Gun Hill Road does also go over Bronx Boulevard, which, as I said, was the original Bronx River Parkway. So right there, that's where we just were. We were just up there a little ways. So you can see how the river just curves around, and this is one part of the river that they didn't straighten when they built the parkway. They did straighten a lot of the river, and so, and right there is the on-ramp and the crossing of the modern Bronx River Parkway. We're not going to deal with that, but you can keep, if you keep going west here on Gun Hill Road, that's west behind me. If you keep going west on Gun Hill Road, past the Bronx River Parkway, you get to Webster Avenue, which is a main north-south thoroughfare. East Gun Hill Road on its own is one of the major east-west thoroughfares of northern Bronx. And like I said, this Webster Avenue is right there to the west. If you keep going about another half a mile or so, you'll get to the Marshalloo Parkway and the nearest entrance to Van Cortlandt Park. So Van Cortlandt Park is only about a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile. It gets the terrain gets pretty hilly though to the west, so be prepared for that. And then it's right off to the east. The nearest main street back there is White Plains Road. You see the subway up there. That's a 2-5 train that goes up White Plains Road. So there, and the Metro North has a station here, Williams Bridge. This is the Williams Bridge neighborhood of the Bronx. So it has there's a Williams Bridge station on the Harlem line on Metro North. So plenty of transportation options available. But this is just a wonderful place. It's part of the Bronx River Greenway, and I've mentioned that multiple times. And I think I'm going to end up doing a separate video just on the entire Bronx River Greenway. But we go down these stairs and we will be down onto we'll be down on Bronx Boulevard. And so there was 2 bridges. We got 1 bridge to go, which I will show you. And it'll just kind of give you an idea how close together these bridges are. So there's Gun Hill Road. There's the river. There's Gun Hill. Oh. There's a river. Gun Hill Road Bridge is right over there. And right now we are on another bridge right south of 211th Street. But this is another bridge. Right now we are over the river. It's going right underneath us. And so this is our 3rd bridge, and this doesn't have a name. Official name, I'm calling it Bronx Boulevard Bridge. We have a Bronx Boulevard Bridge, East Gun Hill Road Bridge, and Duncomb Bridge. So we have 3 bridges in one today. And then on the other side, and again, this is like a twin bridge. You can see it's got the like the divider in between. Not quite the same as the other, but it's got the roadway separated into 2 sections. And just going across here. And then as the river goes and continues north, well, from the north, but that's on the north. And just kind of showing you again how this was the original roadway of the Bronx River Parkway. And the Bronx River Parkway was the first public limited access highway in the country, as I understand it. Now, the Vanderbilt Motorway was built about the same time, but that was a private roadway. And that did not have a median dividing the 2 directions of traffic. The Bronx River Parkway was the first to have the median. But this was, see, so there, it's now a walkway and bikeway, plenty of room for everybody. And but yeah, so this was built from I believe they began building in 1907 up in Westchester County, and it was completed as far south, just like I said, about a half mile south of where we were before, by 1920, the original southern terminus of the Bronx River Parkway at like Burke Avenue. All right, so there we go. We have 3 bridges for the price of 1, or for the price of 0, because you're not paying to watch this video probably. And again, this is part of the Bronx River Greenway. Highly recommend running along the Bronx River. It's a great place. Kind of a little unknown gem in New York City. You can go from 233rd Street all the way down, really all the way down to Soundview Park and the Long Island Sound. So, and this is all part of it. And so I want to thank you for watching. I hope to see you out here running sometime, and we'll see where the wind takes us for the next one. Okay.